This will be hardest on people who truly believed the government would take care of them because they paid their taxes. In the end, some of these people will adapt, although the journey will be unnecessarily tough. Those who refuse to adapt or wait too long will perish. This will end up cleaning the gene pool, thus ensuring the continuity of the species. What are we talking about? An economic collapse in the United States of America. What to expect and a few helpful tips and solutions. In an economic collapse, public services will drastically diminish due to budget cuts and austerity. Police, EMS, trash removal, road repairs and road cleanups, public sewage, clean tap water, and electricity will significantly be reduced. This will in turn cause more disease and increase bodily psychological harm. Crime will be the biggest problem. Surprise ambushes when entering and leaving your home or business will be of significant concern. There will be no safe time of day, although night will be especially dangerous. Organized criminals will plot and plan their operation. They're not stupid. Expect kidnappings to become normal. Why would a criminal risk his life going after hard targets when he can grab a soft one? Of course, then they'll demand your ransom. Elderly, children, and women are especially vulnerable. Supply chains will become severely disrupted. Local manufacturers will be laying people off. Imports from other nations will mostly halt due to inflation. Medicines, fuel, shoes, food, and just about anything you need will become either unavoidable or disappear altogether. Be sure to buy it now. Whatever SHTF scenario, water will become a person's biggest problem. If you rely on city water, this will be gone in days once the power goes out. Bottled water gone in minutes. Buy your water purifiers now. Have bleach stored at your home. 6 drops of bleach per gallon of water. Let the gallon rest for 24 hours prior to consumption will ensure that you have fresh water for all your needs throughout the SHTF situation. Bribes, gifts will be used when building relationship with police, doctors, and government officials. Booze, perfume, cigars can go a long way when you need strings pulled. Sweet talking must also be carefully perfected. For example, you need to renew your driver's license after the economic SHTF crisis. The problem is that the office is low on personnel and they had to let go 30% of staff and more are on strike. So you'll have to wait 4 months until you get your appointment. You approach the information desk where you find Betty. Now, Betty hasn't had a date since age 13 and she weighs as much as a healthy manatee. Though she's not your type, you kindly ask her to please help you fill out the paperwork. And though she's as cold as a popsicle, you keep calling her by her first name, and when you leave, she smiles and says goodbye. Then the next day, you drop by and give Betty a Revlon lipstick for helping you fill out the form. You really had tough questions, like your name and age. It cost you about $10 before the crisis, but since it's imported, it went up to $25, and then 2 months ago, they stopped importing it altogether. See, Revlon saw they no longer had a market due to inflation for their $10 lipstick, which now costs $25. And a segment that used to buy it is spending their money on other items like food. So their marketing experts told them that the $25 lipstick is no longer profitable. Betty used to love that particular lipstick. She thought it made her look like Cindy Crawford. Poor Betty. But $25 was more than she could spare on her good looks. And when she finally decided to drop the 40 pounds of men she ate a month, she went to go buy the lipstick, and the girl at the drugstore told her that it is no longer imported. It's not available. When you gifted her that lipstick, her face lit up, and she sees your present and tells you you shouldn't have bothered and asks you, how did your appointment go for your license? You tell her, actually, you have a problem, Betty. It seems that it takes 4 months to renew, and ask her, well, maybe you can help me do something about it. I think you get the picture. Directions. Tutorials, research, medical training aids should be printed and bound prior to SHTF. What good are documents on your computer if the power is out? A great demotion of society will occur. The middle class will become poor. The poor will become destitute. Expect children becoming pickpockets, stealing food items, chickens. Do you really think deadly force for every malfeasance will fix your problem? Grow up. Retaliation, vendettas, and different groups, families will simply show up within a few weeks. Remember, this is widespread. Best bet is to use diplomacy. Try setting boundaries. Better yet, use your gut when judging people of decent character. For the good ones, consider hiring them for security, bartering their labor for a small space on your property where they can create a shelter. The daily witnessing of hunger, homelessness, disease, and helplessness will weigh heavily on most people's minds. Some will feel compassion, others will become hardened. Overall lack of cleanliness will attribute to increased cockroaches and rats. In a city of filth, it'll become common seeing people sleep and eat amongst pests. Driving your car will dramatically change. Don't completely stop at red lights or stop signs. This is a prime opportunity to be carjacked. If a person is in the middle of the road hailing you down, floor it. They'll jump out of the way just in time, I promise. Many will face robbery using that simple, devilish ruse. Cash will never be useless during an economic SHTF scenario. In fact, likely coveted. However, consider silver and gold rings, chains, and jewelry. Most will find those more valuable than silver or gold coins or bars, even though the pure coins and bars are worth more. Most are ignorant to bullion and would prefer chains, rings, and jewelry. Have a few now for barter or payments during that time. In my opinion, the survivalist should feel comfortable in the woods as in a cocktail party. He is well aware of his surroundings and calm, level-headed and prepared. Are you ready? If so, you'll increase your chances of weathering an economic collapse better than most. If not, join me on this journey of preparedness as we learn together. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to our community. And as always, remain free.